Hi and welcome. I'm Laura Busby, Interpretive Specialist with Washington State Parks. I'd like to thank the Ellensburg Public Library for having me today to share with you some stuff about wildlife tracks and signs. So we're going to look all around in some different state parks in different kinds of habitats and see what kinds of signs and tracks we can find. You'll find a bingo page available for you to follow along, and for animal tracks or signs that we see, you can mark them off on the bingo sheet and we'll see if maybe somebody gets a bingo today. You may have noticed some tracks and signs that I see really close by. Let's take a walk down the trail and see what kinds of animal signs and tracks we can find. We'll be detectives looking for all kinds of great things along the trail. We'll start out in the agricultural area at Olmsted Place State Park. What can we find here? Oh wow, look at these owl pellets. This is the part of the food that the owl can't digest, and so it erps it back up and spits it out. It's bones and fur. That's so neat. Sometimes we get lucky and we even see the animal that left the sign. Look at this baby owl in the tree. That baby owl didn't just leave an owl pellet, it also left some feathers around. Here's another great sign. Check your bingo card. Here's another bird sign, a barn swallow nest made of mud, and it's being used right now. Those swallows take 1,000 trips to collect all those little bits of mud and make their nest. Really amazing. There's a sign of wildlife. A couple of spider webs just came across my face. Ah! At Lake Easton State Park, we're in the foothills of the Cascade Mountains. Whoa, cool. I found a stick, and it's a really cool one. If you look really closely, oh, I don't think I'll bite it, but it's a stick that's been chewed by a beaver. Chewed off on the end. See the teeth marks? And all along it, the beaver has chewed off the bark all the way to the other end, where there are more teeth marks. In wintertime, we have mountain snow, and I'm looking for wildlife tracks. Winter is a great time to find animal tracks, including human ones. Oh, and dogs too. Ginkgo Petrified Forest State Park is a dry shrub steppe or sageland environment. I got some help to look for tracks here. Notice the pattern of tracks that the coyote makes. One foot steps almost in exactly the same place as the other foot. Coyote didn't just leave tracks. Coyote left something else too. Here's a little scat for us to see. See how the coyote scat looks kind of ropey, like it's rope, and it's got quite a bit of hair in it. Oh look, down here, there's another interesting scat. This is either bighorn sheep or elk, I guess. When we look at it really closely, we can see how it's dimpled on one end and pointy on the other. So as each one came out, it pushed the next one along, making a little dimple in the back. They're pretty big. Oh my gosh, that's a really big hole. Who might live in there? I wonder. It's about the size of a yellow-bellied marmot. Maybe that's who lives in there. And look at the dirt that's been kicked out. It's fairly fresh. Oh my gosh, this is the most amazing find of the day. This is snake scat, probably rattlesnake scat. The white part is the urine, but it's solid instead of being liquid. Look at this strange sign. Who could have made that? It's pretty wide. It's wide as the palm of my hand. I think it's a porcupine tail, dragging along behind the porcupine, wiping out all the tracks of its feet. Oh, this one is really fun. Can you tell by the pattern that this is an animal that hops or bounds? You've got it. This is from a rabbit, a Nuttall's rabbit, jumping around in the sand. This has white in it, like the snake scat did, but this is from a duck or a goose. Birds also have solid urine that comes out in white form, or sometimes it's kind of loose when you see it splattered in places. But this particular waterfowl left a nice little white end on their scat, helping us to identify it. Here's some crow tracks walking along the edge of the water in the sand. They're pretty interesting little tracks. And for our last wildlife track and sign today, this really amazing story in the snow. You can see where there was a mouse or vole that was running through the snow. And what do you think those wings are from, those feathers that you see? Somebody was trying to catch that critter for a meal. Thanks for joining me today to explore the world around us and look for nature's signs and tracks of wildlife telling us interesting stories. Did you get a bingo today? Check with the library for your track and sign prize. Have a great day.